Good evening, everyone. If you could go ahead and find your seats, we'll get started. Good evening and welcome to Paris Junior College's 2024 Hall of Honor and Hall of Fame induction ceremony. It's wonderful to see so many distinguished guests, alumni, honorees, friends, and members of the PJC family. Thank you all for being here to celebrate this occasion. Tonight, we are here to honor individuals whose accomplishments, dedication, and service have left a lasting impact on our college and our community. Our honorees represent the very best of Paris Junior College. Their commitment, their passion, and their leadership have helped shape who we are today. It's a privilege to recognize these inspiring individuals and celebrate their stories of achievement. Each of you here today is a part of PJC's proud history and a vital part of our future. Whether you're a former student, a community member, or a family member of one of our honorees, you all share in the legacy of excellence. As we look forward to celebrating each of tonight's honorees, I invite you to reflect on the role that Paris Junior College has played in your life and the lives of so many others. Our college is more than just a place of learning. It is a community built on shared values, resilience, and a dedication to lifelong learning. I now invite Ms. Linda Slauson, the Director of Financial Aid at East Texas Baptist University, to begin our program.
Good evening. I have the pleasure of honoring my dear friend, Sheila Reece. She was a dedicated educator and leader at Paris Junior College, where she devoted most of her career to supporting student access and success. I actually had the pleasure of convincing Sheila to leave the Texas Workforce Commission to begin employment here at Paris Junior College in 1992. She started as an educational placement specialist in the Educational Opportunity Center's TRIO program. Her passion for education and commitment to student support led her to various leadership roles at PJC, including the director of the Educational Opportunity Center on April 20th, 1993. And the Director of Admissions in 1995. In recognition of her outstanding contributions, Sheila was appointed the Associate Dean of Student Access and Success in September of 2011. And yes, that is a mouthful, and we laughed about it regularly. The sign in our office was so big that to get all the title on there, and so we had fun with that. And ultimately, she became the Vice President of Student Access and Success in August of 2017. Outside of her professional life, Sheila was deeply rooted in her community. She grew up in Honey Grove, Texas, where she graduated from Honey Grove High School. On September 11th of 1985, she married Mark Reece, and together they raised two beautiful daughters, Samantha and Macy, instilling in them the same values of education and community service that guided Sheila throughout her life. As an active member of the Honey Grove ISD School Board, she worked tirelessly to enhance educational opportunities for students in her community. Sheila cherished her family and her time with her family. They enjoyed ball games, shopping sprees, concerts, comedies, rides to check the cows, projects around the house, and especially your time with her grandson and granddogs. And yes, I have to talk about that just a minute. So, Sheila didn't like animals. And her husband, Mark, and the girls, we talked about this for years. We've been friends for over 30 years. And they would bring strays home, or they would say they just wandered up. And they'd bring them home from the farm. And puppies. And they were always outside. And Sheila just didn't like them because they were dirty and nasty. And they always messed up her flower bed. And one day we were at lunch. And I said, what are you doing this weekend? And she said, I'm babysitting. And I said, what? I said, is Logan coming? She goes, "Oh no, I'm dog sitting." And I said, "Do what?" So I said, "In your house?" She said, "Yes, and the grandmother thing, she brings out her phone, grandparent. We know we're really grandparents when we bring our phone out. And she's like, "These dogs are better behaved than most children." And I'm like, she said, I've evolved. And I said, "Yes, you have. I have inside dogs. She's never had inside dogs." So I was like, whoop, they warmed her up with cats, so they got her started. So I just think that's interesting of how we all grow in life and how the things of our families, what we will do. Her love for her family did not stop there. I remember each year she began deep cleaning her house a month in advance of Thanksgiving. So all of her extended family would come. And those of you who know her know this was a conversation because Sheila didn't like to clean. So however, she started really early. But it's really important to her that the family time to get together and that she spent hours for those special moments and now memories that will be cherished forever. That was really a big part of her life. Tragically, Sheila's life was cut short in a car accident on May 18th, 2023. Her legacy continues to inspire those she touched throughout her unwavering commitment to education and the countless lives that influenced her throughout her career, that she influenced throughout her career. Sheila's leadership was that of a servant and friend. She always put people before problems. Although many of you already know, for those of you that don't, Sheila and I ate lunch together every day for 30 years. That's a lot of lunches. During those hour-long counseling sessions, we laughed, cried, celebrated life, shared, shopped, and solved many important worldly issues, I promise. We started and broke every diet and exercise program that happened during those 30 years, usually within 2 weeks. And we often shared meals to save money and calories. What many of you may not know, and I feel needs to be shared with you this evening about our friend Sheila, is that she believed and trusted and supported each and every one of you that worked with her throughout the years. And she was proud of you. You inspired her, and she valued and recognized each of your special talents. And many of you are here tonight. And I know you miss her. Sheila had a special soul. She was very selective on when she would speak. And if you know me, it drove me crazy. And what she would speak about. Therefore, when she did say something, people listened. She led by example. Yes, she made up every hour when we were allowed to flex out on Friday afternoons. She kept it on her paper calendar. And many of you remember her paper calendar. Her actions made us better people, and our lives are richer because she was part of our journey. The sign on her office should have read, "Loyal, trusted leader, and friend." I'm proud and honored to be the one to induct my friend Sheila into the Paris Junior College Hall of Honor class of 2024. If she were here today, she would say, "I am here because of you." To Sheila's family in attendance today, Mark, Samantha, Macy, Alan, her impact on our lives and the community will never be forgotten. She is forever my best friend. Thank you.
Well, actually, you touched on something, so that's so thank you. Hi, I'm Samantha, Sheila's daughter. I'm joined today with my family to accept this honor on behalf of my mother. And though she was not one for the spotlight, she would have been touched by this recognition for all the work that she did for over 30 years. Everyone says that you should love the work that you do, and she embodied that saying. During holiday breaks, they were always too long because she was eager to come back to work after 2 or 3 days. So she said she never could retire. But I think most of that had to do with the people that she worked with. My family would like to extend our gratitude to each of you today. She considered her work people as her family as well, whether it was because she had lunch with you every day, Linda. I don't know how you find your best friend at your first job and then work with them for your entire career, but y'all did it. To Amy and Rita, she loved going on trips with y'all, to conferences. I have a picture of the 3 of you in my office, along with a few of her dragon knickknacks that I have stolen from her office. To her advising team over the years, Ainsley, Tasha, Justin, Michelle, Jessica, and Linda Miles. I'm sure I'm forgetting some, but thank you. Across campus, I remember Christy, Kim Bennett, and Kenneth Webb. So thank you for not only being her colleagues, but her friend. And then lastly, I would like to thank Dr. Anglin for the support that you gave her to do her job well. I know you had a lot to do with this, and I just want to thank you.
Hello, I'm Jason Taylor, instructor of biology here at Paris Junior College, and I've been asked to introduce Don as the 2024 Hall of Fame, Hall of Honor inductee. I first met Don in the summer of 1992. I was a student in his inorganic chemistry class, and we thought, me and the other students that was in there with me thought, man, this guy's harsh, he's abrasive, quite intimidating, and if y'all know Don, you know that I'm telling the truth. And so we didn't know how to handle it, you know, but we soon figured out he was a lot more bark than he was bite. And he would work with you for hours on end if you needed the help. He was a great guy. And over the years, if you knew Don, he had all kinds of hobbies. One day it might be horse racing. The next day he might be figuring blackjack odds or investing or cooking or whatever. But the thing that he always did, he liked to crochet. Always. So we always knew every Christmas in the math and science department, everybody was going to get either a scarf or a toboggan hand crocheted by Don Kosterman. Now the funny thing is, Don was colorblind. So when he would give them to you, he'd say, well, I don't know what color they are, but we always liked them. So I brought some of them tonight. He made some really nice ones. I still take this snow skin with me. It's warm, heavy. But Don couldn't be here tonight because he just 2 months ago moved to Tallahassee, Alabama to be with his son, Eddie. And so he had asked that I read his bio, and I'll do that. So Don was born in Paris, Texas in 1994 while his father served overseas during World War II. Following the war, his family relocated to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and later to Austin, Texas, where Don began his education. Soon after, his family moved again, settling in Houston, Texas, where they settled in Houston, where he attended Catholic school. In 1962, he began his studies at Paris Junior College after they moved back to Paris, and he thought he was going to be an engineer, but he decided that chemistry was his true love. And so he took chemistry under the mentorship of Frank Grimes and Bobby Ray Walters, and he still credits both of them for his love in chemistry and wanting to be a chemistry teacher. So he continued his study at Commerce, got his master's degree, got hired at PJC in 1972, and he served here 48 and a half years, and that's a long, long haul. And I've been here, you know, since 1995, so I spent a lot of time with Don, a lot of time. He said for his acceptance, he said, "Thank you for selecting me as one of the recipients of the Academic Hall of Honor in the celebration of Paris Junior College's 100th anniversary. I truly wish I could be there in person with all my former candidates or former students and friends. However, a month ago," I said 2 months, he said, "a month ago I moved from Paris to Tallahassee, Alabama to be closer to my son and his family. It was an unexpected and quick transition that I never anticipated 2.5 months ago. I initially attended PJC as a mechanical engineer major, but thanks to the influence of Mr. Frank Grimes and Mr. Bobby Ray Walters, I switched my focus to chemistry. They were not only outstanding teachers, but also incredible administrators, dedicated to placing PJC, its faculty, staff, and students at the forefront." And he says, "I started teaching in 1972. A few years later, I received tenure, which I held until my retirement in the summer of 2020. I even had the pleasure of teaching 1 extra semester of organic chemistry. That adds up to 48 and a half years teaching at PJC. My teaching wasn't limited to chemistry. I also taught physics, physical science, various math courses, computer programming, and even slide rule, for those of you who can remember that. I taught at all the PJC off-campus centers at night, Friday, Saturday morning classes on campus, and taught students with diverse backgrounds and needs, including future doctors, dentists, nurses, veterinarians, and engineers. I was honored to teach international students, students with disabilities, very young students, and older students. While I had favorites, I always strive to teach and treat every student fairly, though I know some may question this. When COVID hit, we all had to switch to online instruction, a format I found limiting. Despite what the experts say, chemistry is a lab science and cannot be effectively taught online. By the summer of," and he was pretty firm in that thought too. Good, strong opinion there. "By the summer of 2020, as I prepared for fall classes without knowing if they would be online or in person, I decided I could not teach online again and submitted my resignation in mid-July. That was the hardest day of my teaching career." And he said, on a brighter note, "I'm grateful for the thousands of students I taught, the hundreds of colleagues I worked with, and over 50 years at PJC, a record I'm proud of." He said, "Thank you to all who were part of my journey. God bless you all. God bless Paris Junior College for another 100 years."
Good evening. It's my honor tonight as the athletic director at Paris Junior College to induct a very special team into our Hall of Fame. The 2013 Paris Junior College Dragons softball team made history, cementing their place in PJC athletics with a remarkable season. Under the leadership of head coach Nicole Dixon, the Dragons secured the first Region 14 tournament championship and made the program's inaugural trip to the NJCAA National Tournament. Achievements that also marked the first for any women's athletic program in the college's history. The Dragons finished the regular season with a 15-5 record in conference play in a gripping Region 14 tournament And anybody that's been around Region 14 knows how tough it is in any sport. They showcased determination and resilience, winning not one, not two, but 3 games on the final day, including back-to-back victories over Trinity Valley Community College to claim the title. Their regional triumph earned a spot in the NJCAA National Tournament in St. George, Utah, where they ended their season tied for 9th after a hard-fought loss to Lakeland College of Mattoon, Illinois. Throughout the season, the Dragons demonstrated exceptional teamwork and character. Their national tournament run put PJC and the city of Paris on the national softball map. The Dragons' success was a testament to the dedication and skill of both players and coaching staff. In recognition of their efforts, Coach Dixon, along with assistant coach Chelsea Jordan and assistant coach Mr. Jack Butler, were honored as the NJCAA Region 14 Coaching Staff of the Year. Several players were recognized for their outstanding performances. Pitcher Sarah Smeltzer from Richardson, Texas, and utility player Alexis Padilla from Houston, Texas, earned first-team All-Region honors. Smeltzer posted a 12-2 record with the second-best ERA in the region, while Padilla, despite playing with a broken hand, managed to hit 400 and 5 home runs. Infielder Audrey Farfan of Rockwall, Texas, and outfielder Dara Hendon of Van, Texas, made second-team All-Region. Hendon was a powerhouse, batting .434, ranking 5th in the region and showing remarkable consistency. Both Smeltzer and outfielder Samantha Reynosa of Mesquite, Texas, were also named first-team All-Conference East, along with Padilla, Farfan, and Hendon. The camaraderie between Hendon and Reynosa fueled their success while both pushing each other to excel in the outfield and at the plate. The 2013 PJC Dragons left a lasting legacy, not only for their accomplishments on the field, but for the pride they brought to the college and their community. The 2013 PJC softball team set a new standard for women's athletics at Paris Junior College and remains a celebrated chapter in our school's history. I would now like to introduce each coach and player if they'll come up. Coaches Nicole Dixon, Chelsea Jordan, and Mr. Jack Butler. Players Caitlin Alexander, Caitlin Bardwell, Jessica Branham, Audrey Farfan, Clarissa Garcia, Samantha Goins, Sarah Gregory, Allie Hargis, Dara Hendon, Kristen Henry, Chelsea Jordan, Alexis Padilla, Emily Reed, Samantha Reynosa, Aaron Ross, Sarah Smeltzer, and Chancey Williams. I would now, as they come up, like to formally induct the 2013 PJC softball team into the 2024 PJC Athletic Hall of Fame class. I ask for a picture of you guys and any remarks that you may have. There you go, Coach. Thank you very much. Congratulations to you guys.
Oh my gosh, thank y'all so much, parents. Y'all had a huge part of this too.
Do you mind if I? Can everybody hear me okay? Am I close enough? All right, as you can see, this group was absolutely special just by all the people who showed up. All these people, this was our fan base, and they were at every game. They went to Utah. Thank you, families. Your kids were such a blessing in my life. I want to start off with some thank yous. First off, to the PJC softball team. You were talented, fearless, and fun. And for me, it was a privilege to be a part of your journey. You kind of got stuck with me. I was a first-year head coach. Thank Dr. Pamela Englund for giving me my first job. Forever grateful for you. But I came in here, and first day of practice, we got balls hitting the top of the backstop. I'm thinking, what did I get myself into? But what I found was I had a relentless sophomore class that led the way and a talented freshman class. This group was so special. Not only were they conference champs, regional champs, Audrey Farfan should have been Player of the Year, Nationwide Junior College. She's also a 10-year Miss PJC homecoming queen, I think to date right now. I could stay up here and give you tons of stories. My heart has been so full this week
being able to see you guys and see your families. You have such a special place in my heart. I also want to thank the coaches. My assistant, Chelsea Jordan, she's not here today. Amazing assistant coach, Mr. Jack. You're a servant leader. Not only did you make our team better, but you made every single team, every single year better. So thank you for your leadership and your consistency. The current coaching staff, I know both of them very well, Coach Shelton, Coach Swish. I hope your team realizes how lucky they are, because not only do you care about them as student athletes, but you care about them as people. Talented, fearless, and fun. I can't even tell you how many heart attacks you gave me and your parents who were in the stands, because we probably had 9 come from behind victories throughout the season. It didn't matter if we were playing Blinn, if we were playing in 40-degree weather in Oklahoma. Thank you, parents who showed up with the propane tanks and kept us warm. It's all you for the 5 wins that we had that weekend. You were such a special group. You fought every single game. I think another thing that made you so special was your attitude. I remember doing tarp pulls, and I walked down there today, and there's this beautiful new tarp down there. But when we were here, it was a little 12 by 20 foot tarp that I think me and Mr. Jack went and got from Home Depot and put it out there. And, these kids could have been complaining about having to pump water off the field and being there at 9 o'clock at night, but they were having a good time, and they had gallons of buckets. Emily was just shoveling water off at first base, and they were just so easy to be around and made the game so joyful. You guys were uncommon in the fact that you had an authentic love for each other. You loved people without an agenda. With our team, everyone was always welcome. I'm not going to say we were going to social gatherings or parties of places we weren't going, but we had an unspoken rule on your team that you loved your teammates. Just show up and come be present. You took care of each other. You were sisters. We were a family. I hope that when you look back, you realize not only what you accomplished on the field, like what you had as a team. In the last 10 to 12 years, I don't think I've ever had a team be able to repeat that kind of chemistry and that authentic and genuine love for each other. I am so grateful to be here to honor you guys. Congratulations for this. There's no other team that's more deserving than this opportunity.
What great stories we've heard this evening. As we bring this evening's celebration to a close, I want to extend our thanks to each of you for joining us tonight. Celebrating the achievements and contributions of our honorees has been an honor for us, and it's moments like these that remind us of the incredible impact that Paris Junior College has. As we leave here tonight, I hope you all feel a renewed sense of pride in being part of the PJC family and are inspired by the extraordinary legacy of those we've honored. Together, let's continue to uphold the values, excellence, and spirit that makes Paris Junior College truly remarkable. Please join us for refreshments in the lobby as we continue to remember and celebrate these individuals. Thank you again, and we wish you all a safe journey home, and we hope you enjoy the rest of homecoming. Thank you.